guys, we are in A-CON week. Let's get rocking and rolling. Little couch stretch to help out with the hips. And then we have a Cossack lunge, but I want to start with the couch stretch first. So let's find a wall or a bench or something. I'm just going to use this wall behind me. Close so you get that knee to the wall or bench, whatever you're using. More of a stretch you're going to feel in that quad. Guys, squeeze the glute, press that hip forward, open up the hip flexor, hands in the air. Push the hip to the right. Well, push the hip towards the kneeling knee, whatever you're kneeling on. Open up that lat, hip flexor, QL muscle a little bit. And switch side. Next up, Cossack lunge. Take a nice exaggerated stance. Shift your weight to one side, and then rotate your opposite hip outward. Those toes go up. Sit down into that lunge. Keep your hips low. Shift your weight to the other side. We're going to do 45 seconds worth of Cossack lunges. We're going to do them a couple times, so you'll have a little bit of reprieve, but really trying to open up those adductors, the inner thigh, hamstring area. Know your limits and then try to push them a little bit further each time you go into that lunge. All right, guys, shake them up, stand up, push your hip forward. Let's do a real quick, it's called a camel. So if you can do it standing, knuckles on top of your hips, press those hips forward, lean back a little bit, open up the hip flexors, even more so. All right, let's get rocking and rolling. Warm up. This week, like I mentioned, it is A-CON week. So you can expect higher heart rate, more intensity, lighter weights. Your warm-up is going to be 4 sets, 1 exercise, and then 1 hold. Well, 2 exercises, I should say, but one's movement and one's a hold. First up, ground to overhead. No matter what you have, dumbbell plate. Use the hips, hinge. Okay, keep that back flat at all times. And then your next exercise. Next is going to be hold with decreasing time. Okay? So your first is going to be 60 seconds farmer's hold. Pull the shoulder blades back, let them hang down. Good strong posture. Keep the chin pulled back, head forward. Simple stuff. It's going to be 60 seconds your first set, and then decreasing by 15 seconds each time until we get to 15 seconds. All right, work period. This week, chipper style. So you have 4 exercises with a bunch of reps, and it's your job to chip away at it however you want to. There's no particular order. All I ask is you use your integrity, count your reps, and don't shortchange yourself. There's a catch though. Every 3 minutes on the minute, I'm going to stop you for an active rest. Right? So active means doing something for a minute, whether it be, obviously in-house you got bike, rower, jump rope, burpee, movement, walk up and down your apartment or your garage or wherever you're at home. Just walk for a minute, do something. You can hold a plank. Just do something for a minute that's not involving the chipper exercises. Just to distract you a little bit, get you to work for 30 minutes, and create some variety so you guys don't get bored. All right, your first exercise, or I shouldn't say that. The first on the board, the first listed, is a row to deadlift. Good hinge position here, row, deadlift. Okay, Really get those shoulders back, pinch the elbows back, get full range of motion, even when you're tired. If you start showing fatigue and not getting quality reps, I'm gonna suggest moving to another exercise, taking a little bit of a rest. Next up, exercise B would be a kettlebell figure 8. So that's why we did some Cossack lunges earlier. Really open up those hips, lunge to each side, and get that kettlebell passing through without having to tuck your butt. You really don't want to tuck your butt underneath. If I start seeing this, I'm going to call you guys out and ask you to stop, because that's not good for your spine. This is work, good for your hips, good for your back, right? But as soon as those hips tuck underneath, red flag, danger zone, and I will stop you. 75 of those. Next up, sprinter crunch. Sprinkle crunch, if you're hungry, or whatever you want to call them. Lying down, prone position, right? I'm sorry, supine position. Big exhale on the way up. Try to bring that knee to your elbow, rib cage up, and then flat back down. Notice what helps me is driving the opposite elbow back for momentum. Especially when you start to get tired or more fatigued, okay? That's 60 each. And then last up, frog jumps. High plank position here. $70 of those, okay? Slice and dice it however you want. It's 30 minutes of work. I'll stop you every 3 minutes on the minute to do something. Over there, girls. There's a lot of time left. Finish was fun. You know, it's quick and easy. Doing 10 seconds of work, 10 seconds of rest. 2 exercises, alternating, and then we're gonna increase your work time. So you're gonna get matching work time, matching rest time. So the first round is 10 seconds of work, 10 seconds of rest. Second set or second round is 20-20. 30-30, 40-40, so forth and so on. Does that make sense? Yep. Perfect. Here's your 2 exercises. Transverse bridge. We're going to come underneath with the hips. Square them up. Bridge up. Pull underneath again. This way. Up. Okay? Back through. Chances are the first 10 seconds you're not going to get too many reps in. Maybe 1 each side. And it may not be the best quality. I'm okay with that. As you start working toward more and more time, you should have more and more quality reps and use it as an active rest or active, I'll keep active rest. That works. Your next exercise, fast feet. Light on your toes, trying to keep short reaction time with those feet. Okay? Alternating exercises, we're doing 6 rounds. Any questions?